Nope, sorry. Hello, 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 everyone. We are continuing Luigi's Mansion 2 HD tonight. And, we are on to, I think it's called the Secret Mine, I believe? We are on that. Yeah. So, let's just get right to it. Now, I thought this level was the mine, but no, this is the mine. And a yawn right off the bat. Wonderful. Cold case. I can't seem to get a hold of my toad assistant at the chalet. Or shallot. Shallot? I don't know. It's probably napping in front of the fireplace again. It's so hard to find good help these days. Hello, Luigi. Son, I hope you like snow because your next destination is the top of a snowy mountain. The secret mining operation was started up there a while back, but it's been abandoned since. Apparently the minerals in the mountain, especially the crystals, have unusual properties. There's only a slight chance for a resonance cascade event. Anywho, the next Dark Moon piece is somewhere in this location. But the signal picked up by the periscope is unstable because of the terrible weather. Luckily, I already have a toad assistant there doing research. What are the odds, eh? Actually, they're 1 in 734,958, but that's not important right now. The toad may have seen where the Dark Moon piece landed, but he's not responding to my calls. Probably in the chalet. Shallot? I don't know how to pronounce that word. Napping in front of the fireplace. I'll pixelate you nearby. Find him and bring him back here so we can talk to him. In the meantime, I'll keep scanning the area with the periscope, looking for our Dark Moon piece. Though the harsh weather will make it tough to find anything. You ready, son? Here we go. Hello, Gordon.
Hello?
Luigi's gonna be freezing. Ew, excuse me. Sorry, I still have a sparkling water here. Ugh, excuse me. Sorry. My bad. Give me that dosh. Oh. Give me that. Ooh, a coin painting. Give me that, yes. Yes, give me the money. I don't really need it anymore, but you know what, I'll fucking take it. Oh, the... Okay. I'm not sure that was supposed to have money pop out just yet. Careful, you'll melt the money. Give. You can't fool me. What? Okay. Bound. Is it enough? That old jibber jabber up there. Looks like it's just up there.
Yellow.
No sign of the toad, eh? Better not be fishing in that fishing hut up back. I'm paying him to catch fish. Unless there's some kind of freaky ghost fish. Boy, wouldn't that be something? There we go. Oh ho! Come here. A gem! Yes. Okay. Oh boy, Ice Physics. That is King Boo. It's the toad painting. There's a boo in there. Oh my goodness, Sean, you scared me. So just watching the playthrough of New Vegas. Nice. I still need to play it myself. One of these days. I'm kind of knee-deep in the Yakuza series right now, so I'm kind of busy with that. I want to play the entire Fallout series. But it's really New Vegas I need to give another shot. I'll just slurp up all the fish, I guess. There we go. If you like turn-based combat, so you might like Fallout 1 and 2 more than me. I have played a very, very, very small amount of Fallout 1, and I like what I played. I've also played the first 2 chapters of Wasteland 2, which is from the creator of Fallout. So, at least with Wasteland 2, I'm familiar with that kind of gameplay. Kind of. Thanks, Luigi. Is that you? Why, am I happy to see you? Yeah, I love turn-based games. Luigi, are you alright? You're losing reception. Are you underground? Criminy, you probably fell into the old mine. The place is extremely dangerous. Be careful. There's an old elevator that should take you back to the chalet. That's the only way out. Good luck. Gem. How do I get it, is the question. Oh, I see. Ah, I'm clever. Gem. Shit, I missed one. Perhaps. Okay. Combat is one of the few things I actively dislike about the plastics, but that's a me problem.
Come on.
Come on. Toad. Probably don't need to be over there yet.
Come on.
Well, let's see. Where does that go? Well, whatever is over there has a specific endpoint, so I think I can leave the toad. I'm gonna check it out, because there's a dead end over there, so whatever's over there is probably good. I do like the idea of remaking the first two games. Shit. Oh, that's probably bad.
Come on.
Junk. So using a 3D engine with a 2.5D aesthetic might fit the classic best. I would agree. I guess I can't go over there yet. They're frozen. Think. Yep. There we go. I'm sure the character should use models or sprites, maybe models in the world and custom sprite work for dialogue boxes. I think that's what some games do when they try to go for that kind of aesthetic. Is the characters use models and then they use sprites for any other like portraits or anything. I like the squeaky toy noise when Toad gets hit. Or hits something. Ah, the zipline can't be activated from this side. Luigi, look over there! That's the elevator we need to reach. We'll need to find another way to get over there.
Hey, hey.
Where does this look? There's a gem. In that barrel. Okay. Since voice acting the whole game would take time, people, and money, a more retro aesthetic would let the game get away with using simple beep boops for the dialogue. Of course, the few talking heads in the originals would have to be voiced. I was thinking for the talking heads one could make good models to use, just to keep the feel. Now you're just making me want to play Fallout. We get the boob. Hey, who turned out the lights? I'm Buffoon. Holy shit. Boofer? I feel like people here aren't going to get that reference. One of the founding members of Beefer is named Boofer. He used to be named Ahmeds, but he recently changed his name. I watch him a lot in the mornings. Absolutely wonderful content creator. Just an all-around cool guy. Great taste in music too. Come on. Alright, buddy, you're going for a bath. Okay, fine. You don't want to go in the frozen water. Oh, he's reaching for a high five. That's so cute. Give me that. Is a little bothered. As I slide halfway back. One single coin. Oh, bye, Toad. That's not at all where I was aiming. Oh my god. It would help if this thing would lock on a little faster. By the way, if I screw this up, I have to restart the entire mission in order to do it again.
Come on.
Because if I just interact with it, nothing happens. So that means every time I screw that up and I'm trying to get the reward from that, assuming it's like a gem or something, I have to restart the entire fucking mission and do the entire mission again in order to get to this point to clear it. And if I get the gem, I still have to finish the mission for it to count. So I've been saying this game has been, like, tedious at times.
Come on. Come on.
There we go. I'm gonna see what's over on the left. Oh, the toad won't follow me. I guess I'll see it on the next mission, because we'll probably be back down here. Oh, they're not even harmful. Oh, they're just little dudes. They're just little guys. I thought they were enemies.
Here you go. Bye-bye. Oh. Yellow.
Yeah, I'd be worried for a minute there, son. Thought I'd have to go looking for the both of you myself. Toad assistant made it back safe and sound. Bring you on back too. Hold on a sec.
Oh, yes. Ho, ho. I did it. Wow. Ho, ho.
Two-star. Welcome back, Luigi. You did good. Poltergeist 5000 must be about to burst with all the treasures and ghosts you found in the mine. Whoops. Let's see on. The toad's a bit shaken up, but he'll be okay. I think. He hasn't seen the dark moon piece, but he told me the ghosts, Boo's especially, have been very active. Mentioned that you both heard some curious laughter coming from the bottom of the mine. That doesn't sound good. And, like the other toads, he brought back a snapshot from the tri-dimensional security camera. I processed it post-haste. Hit rock bottom. According to the toad assistant, ghosts, Boos especially, have been very active in the mine. Perhaps the security camera photo will tell us what they're up to. Hey, youngster, finished processing the security camera image. Shall we take a look? Yowzer, what's all this? Look at those ghosts stuck in those crystals. Did the Boos put them there? Why? They've been dragging that painting all over Evershade Valley. Whoever's behind all this really cares about that painting. They seem to be extracting crystals from the quarry. Why would they need crystals? I don't like this at all. In his last report, the toad said something about the crystals having strengthening qualities. That shadow. Does it look familiar to you? Yeah, I'm just imagining things. Luigi, I didn't like at all what we saw in there. Why are those boos putting ghosts inside crystals? And who's commanding them? Sinister laughter coming from the bottom of the mine. You think it came from their leader? That photo was taken just before you arrived, so they're probably still down there. The only way to know for sure is to investigate the crystal quarry. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Yeah, I'm a yummy boy. EP. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm actually tempted to make a cup of like decaf or something, but I still have some of my sparkling water left, so can't exactly do that yet. There you go. You find my E-gates on the way there. Don't be afraid to use them. Okay, Sonny. Get to the bottom of the mine and stop those boos from doing whatever it is they're doing. Excuse me. Or I take the elevator down. That wasn't there before. Or maybe it was. Oh, he tripped coming out of it. That's funny. That's another yawn. Let's see if I can get over to that, one area now. How do I break this? Ah, probably with this. Here we go. There we go. I want to play Bejeweled. I'm always in the mood for Bejeweled. I was actually tempted to play some before I went live, funnily enough. So there is something back there. Don't know how to get back there, though. Chat, what's your favorite puzzle game? Oh, it looks like I still can't. Portal? Portal is very good. Oh my god, why am I so yawny tonight? What the fuck? I'm an eeper. Ugh. Oh, there goes that thing. So I did stay up a little bit late last night, but not that late. Ow.
Oh. Hello. 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 Hello.
Luigi is so silly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Luigi. Come here. Wake the fuck up. Yeah, that's what, 4 yawns in a row?
Hey, hey.
Listen, I'm actually half tempted to just have a fucking actual coffee right now. But, you know what? I'm going to do something that's probably going to be a mistake, but I'm tired of yawning so many times in a row, so I'm going to be back in a few minutes. Enjoy the music while I'm gone. Oh, that's right, I have to manually mute the game. Shit. Alright, I'll be back. So, I'm back. I thought to myself, okay, what's the best way to wake up? And there was only one thing that came to mind. So, this is probably going to bite me in the ass, but I'm drinking a Cuban espresso. This shit is strong. I usually save this for bad mornings. If I'm going to drink it. If this doesn't stop me from yawning, nothing will. What's that emote? Billy has some good emotes. Some really good coffee, though. There's a ring, but there's nothing to activate it. Money. There's a gem. The gem should be relatively... Ooh, there's the thing. Key. I don't know why Luigi turned around, but okay. Ow. Let's try that again. So I've been told there are two kinds of coffee that'll knock you on your ass. One of them is Cuban coffee and the other one is Turkish coffee. I've had Cuban coffee. This isn't the first time I've had this. I've had fresh Cuban coffee. But I've yet to have Turkish coffee. There's a place downtown that sells Turkish coffee, but I would have to look at... I would have to look up what it's called again, because I don't remember. I believe it actually used to be two different restaurants that combined or something. But it is a standard Chicago, like, hot dog place with burgers and whatnot, but it also sells kosher and halal burgers and hot dogs, which is interesting. Yeah, there's a man. I've been yawning too much, so I had a Cuban espresso. Have a Cuban espresso. I'm still drinking it. Those ones that come in talking about food. I'm always talking about food. You kidding? That's kind of what I do. I was just mentioning that there's a place downtown that sells Turkish coffee that I want to try, because I've never had Turkish coffee before. And I've been told it'll knock you on your ass. A good while since you had. Have you had Turkish coffee before? Yeah, very similar to real Cuban coffee. Ooh. Doesn't mean very strong. Let's see. Blue and gold and gray. Holla holla good dollar. Yeah, I mean, this Cuban espresso that I have is very strong. What does this do? Nothing. Oh. Mm. Oh. Oh, that's clever. I didn't even notice that the back walls didn't line up. It's so clever. There are moments in this game that are really, really good. And this is one of those moments. Right here, rooms like this. Alright, it is 8 o'clock. Alright, no desync. I don't think we're getting the desync tonight. And Xeno, for the record, my CPU usage is only at about 7%. And it's starting to drop now. Really putting in a 3D effect to work? Yeah. Yeah, we're wondering if perhaps my CPU usage was affecting the desync. So I'm just gonna be keeping track of my CPU usage. I don't know, I might actually want to write this down.
Oh, yellow.
Because we don't have a desync at the moment. It should be visible by now because it's been over an hour and 20 minutes since I opened OBS. But it's not. I said visible, I meant audible. I suppose visible works. But my CPU usage doesn't seem to be too high in order to mean anything, so... Guess I'll see. Oh! This coffee's fucking strong. Chat, what's your favorite coffee? Luigi, are you there? I can barely hear you. Probably made it to the very bottom of the mine. So far, so good. Guess the quarry should be nearby. Try to find a way in. Whatever you do, don't... Something with Chris... I'm assuming that's this crystal. You don't drink coffee? That's fine. I know a couple people who aren't really coffee drinkers. My friend Kohai doesn't drink coffee. But he drinks energy drinks, and they're not really any better for you. There actually have been shown to be health benefits to coffee. Supposedly drinking 2 cups of coffee a day is actually really healthy for you. It's good for your heart. It's energy drinks that aren't. Because they're actually just mostly sugar. Mostly a shitload of sugar and a shitload of caffeine. Bound. I think Gamer Supps is supposed to be better for you than most energy drinks, but I've never had it. Incidentally, I believe Kohai is actually partnered with Gamer Supps. Yeah, there's something in this room that I'm missing. Ah, this. Okay, I didn't see the wheel. For the record, my favorite coffee is Jamaican Blue Mountain, which I almost never get to have because it's so expensive. It costs like maybe 12, possibly 13 bucks to get a big, decent sized case of the coffee that I normally drink, which is Hawaiian. It costs almost 20 or over to get Jamaican Blue Mountain for the same size box. It's like, it ain't cheap. So that stuff, when we get it, it's a treat. Yeah, the room was black for a moment. Look at that. Pitch! Give me that. Alright. So it's over in the quarry. Ow. Give me that. That's where we saw the strange markings from before.
Yellow.
Stretch. Okay. Oh. Oh. Stretch. Big stretch. Grimity, what was going on in there? Those boos fled the scene of the crime, eh? You say they've been ordering ghosts to take the crystals away? Well, on the bright side, you managed to capture those powerful ghosts. I'll need to study them. I'm bringing you back.
Oh, yes.
Egad keeps giving Luigi new phones to call him on, and they're all repurposed game consoles. Two-star. You think the Game Boy Horror would work well enough? You know, they could have just dug into their history and used the Game Boy phone. It wasn't really a phone, but it did have a mobile connection, I think. I don't know if it ever actually came out, but I know it was a Japan-only thing. What I think is funny is they kind of broke the trend. Because for Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2, the communications device was the previous gen's handheld. So for the GameCube Luigi's Mansion, it was the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Horror. For the second game, the 3DS's device, it was the previous handheld, the DS, the dual screen. And then for Luigi's Mansion 3, it's a Virtual Boy, which was a colossal failure for Nintendo. One of Nintendo's most famous failure, next to the Wii U. Well, Nintendo didn't market the Virtual Boy as portable? Yeah, but I mean, like, to follow the trend, it would have been the 3DS. But I guess it would have been too similar to the dual screen. I guess the 3DS was also still technically supported by this point. When was the last 3DS game released, actually? I've actually Googled this before. I've looked this up before. Okay, it was 2018, and it was WarioWare Gold. That was the last first party game. When did Luigi's Mansion 3 come out? (2019). Okay, so yeah, the 3DS had stopped seeing new Nintendo games by that point. God, that was 2019? That was 2019. That's when I was dealing with my overheating issues with my Switch. You could have done a GBA, but then it's a little hard to name it since Game Boy Horror was a thing already. That is true. What are they going to call it? The Game Boy Advance Horror? I don't know. Good to see you back here, Luigi. Let's see what you've got. I've got a theory. That strong ghost he captured back in the old Cockworks. I think I know what happened to him. Someone seems to be controlling all the ghosts in the valley, but it doesn't stop there. We've also figured out a way to use the mind crystals to strengthen the ghosts. You know, they've been extracting crystals this entire time and taking them elsewhere. I fear we may be up against much stronger ghosts in the future. That wouldn't be good. On top of things, we still have no idea who's pulling the strings behind all this. Who could orchestrate such a thing? Luigi, are you thinking what I'm thinking? I didn't get the boo. Shit. This one should be a Wii U gamepad. It's not really a handheld, though. But it would make the most sense if they do a Luigi's Mansion 4. Or if EGAD ever shows up in one of the other games. Can we get EGAD in Mario Kart? Just a Wii U on his back. Across the chasm. Success! Periscope is located both the Dark Moon piece and the possessor that has it, but you'll have to cross the chasm and reach the other side to find them. Luigi, researching those powerful ghosts you just caught will have to wait, as I finally located the Dark Moon piece. The signal is coming from an unlikely place outside of the mine, the distant workshop. But the workshop is on the other side of a big chasm, and the nearby pixelator camera isn't responding. Luckily, the toad you rescued knows how to get across the chasm. It says there's a gondola that will take you to the workshop. The weather seems to be getting worse, but the gondola ride shouldn't take too long. All you need to do is board it at the terminal and ride it across the chasm. Easy as pie, eh, youngster? I'll call you on the dual screen once you get across. Look lively. Those radio receivers used in the 1900s in the trenches. Oh, those things. Yeah, I think there's a cosmetic like that in TF2 for the soldier. That's how you get up there. If I remember correctly, those were for radio communications. I believe it. Yeah, they don't seem fazed by the light. There we go. Maybe they could have EGAD use other companies' consoles like the Atari Lynx or Sega Game Gear just for fun. They could have him use the Game Gear like in Surf Ninjas. They can even call it like the Game Cool or something. Also use the Game & Watch. Ooh, that'd be pretty cool. Anyone else in chat a fellow Game & Watch enjoyer? I have 4 Game & Watches, 2 originals and 2 modern ones. The 2 classics are... Excuse me. The 2 classics are Mario Brothers and what is it? The 2 classics are Mario Brothers and Mario Cement Factory. And the two modern ones are Super Mario Brothers and The Legend of Zelda, the ones that came out in the past few years. Oh, Christ. Maybe one of those clear ones with Game & Watch sprites of Egad showing up in front of the screen as he talks. Damn, they were doing bondage stuff in there. See, I was thinking that was kind of kinky. In a not sexy way. Criminy, Lou. Those chains, they're paranormal chains. They won't go away until the ghosts that made them are defeated. Alright, where are we going? So we gotta go to the basin. Oh, this cursor is agonizingly slow. Basin. Chalet. Shallot. Smuggler side up. Okay, so, Sean, Zeno, one of you, someone. How do you pronounce this word? It's bothering me. C-H-A-L-E-T. How the fuck do you pronounce that? It is pissing me off. Chalet. Okay, I was right. Alright. Thank you. I don't remember that from when I played this on 3DS. Granted, this came out in 2013. Oh god. God, it was that old. This came out in 2013. So I don't remember much from it. Because that was a decently long time ago. It's French. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That's Arpiton, which is a regional language within France. Motherfucker! Alright. I think it was that chain.
I do it.
Give me that. Alright, everything's good. Alright, I'm gonna go back up to the chalet first. And get the ghost that's up there, and then I'll go back to the smuggler's hideout. Just in time for Fat Fuck Friday. I believe it's Flat Fuck Friday. I suppose it could be either. Ghost isn't very fat. True. Got him. A little bit.
Oh yeah.
It'd be cool. Ghost design a sort of flatworm shape. Ooh, you right. That would be cool. Okay, well, I believe the espresso has worked because I've stopped yawning. Of course, now that I've said that, I'm going to yawn. Welcome back, Zim. Or rather, welcome on in. Thank you for the Luigi. I did something that's probably going to be a mistake. I was yawning so much and I got annoyed by it, so I have a Cuban espresso. I am definitely awake, which could potentially be a problem for later. Uh-oh. I didn't know I could— oh my god, I didn't know I could do that. Door. Okay. So I technically did the hardest guy first. And like a cup of caffeine to help one sleep. So, yeah, let me read Sean's message first. Really disappointed that the music didn't turn to a spooky rendition of Super Mario 64 slide theme for that set piece. That would have been fucking cool. So there was one time I got woken up at an absurd hour. I got woken up at like 6 a.m. when I didn't want to be. This was back when I was getting up at 8, I think. I made a cup of coffee, sitting in the living room, and decided I didn't want to be awake anymore. So I downed my cup of coffee and then went back to bed. And I fell asleep for about 2 hours. Immediately. Though I have been told the reason why that happened was because the caffeine hadn't hit my system yet. But I have, in the past, gone to sleep very shortly after drinking pop like Dr. Pepper or Coke, which does have caffeine. And, slept fine, and there were a couple times where I did a collab with Kohai. Kind of. I wasn't actually streaming my end of it. And, I had coffee while I was waiting for him to add me to the call. And, that let me stay up later than normal, and I still went to bed after he was done streaming. So, like, I can have a lot of coffee, or I can have coffee and go to sleep afterwards, and be fine. Now, can you woke up at a time in the morning people consider normal? Yeah, I get up at 9 now. But the only reason why I get up at 9 is because I stay up till midnight. That way I still get roughly 8 hours of sleep. Usually. Yeah, I'm not really a morning person. I used to get up at 8. Willingly. because it meant I had more time in the day to do stuff. Since I would go to bed at roughly the same time anyways. Once I started streaming, I started waking up an hour later so I'd have more time to sleep. That way after stream I can like hang out in someone's chat for a bit. Because what people don't fully realize about streaming is it's not just, you know, playing games and being entertaining. There's also networking, which can be as simple as just talking to your friends if they're also streamers and getting to know people and whatnot. So it's good to mingle in other chats or in other communities to get to know more people, because it gives you, you know, an entire group of people that you can do things with, both on and off stream. And of course, it's just good to be in other people's communities. So usually when I raid someone, I like to hang out in their stream for about an hour or two before I go to bed. That way I can just chat or vibe. Though a lot of the time I just end up lurking nowadays. Just because I don't have the energy to keep talking. Xena, did you just hear something outside? It sounded like an impact. Oh, fun fact, caffeine is technically a poison and has the same effect on spiders as alcohol has on us. Interesting. You didn't hear anything? Okay, I thought I heard something. I used to get up really early back at my old job. It was all the way in the big city nearby. It took hours to get there with public transport. God damn. Yeah, I won't say what part of Chicago I live in, but I'm not that far from downtown. But that doesn't really mean much because that describes like a good portion of the city. But Chicago also has a really robust public transit system as long as you're not in the suburbs. And I will confirm I'm not in the suburbs, but that's the most I'll confirm. I am not in the suburbs, and I am somewhat close to downtown. I did have to get up absurdly early at my old college, the one before the community college, because it was pretty far away. The community college was a lot closer, so that cut down my commute a lot, and that was a lot healthier for me. Get up around 4:30 a.m. and had to get the— oh god, that would probably kill me. Good job, young feller. That was the last chain. Time to ride that gondola and cross the chasm. Post haste. Okay, there was something. There's something I want to see back where the Crystal Quarry was. I mean, started by 6:20 a.m., so it took around an hour and 40 minutes to get there, and then the same amount of time again to get back every day. God, that would kill me. Oh, wait a minute. Ah! Silly me, I could have gotten that. I gotta get up at 3 in the morning to make tea at McDonald's at 4:30. It takes me about half an hour to get to work. You're one of the lucky ones. It was slowly killing me too, that's why I quit. Yeah, I don't have a job outside of streaming at the moment. That will change at some point. But I'm hoping the one that I get to doesn't have that bad of a commute. Unfortunately, a lot of places here really want you to have a car. Alright, so I wanted to see what this did. Oh! I see. Half an hour is more reasonable, at least still bad, but better. Well, ideally you could walk to work. But unless you live in like a city in Japan or something, there aren't that many walkable cities around here in the US. I suppose it would depend on where you live, because I mean, I'm talking specifically about cities, and I don't know much about small towns where you probably could walk to work, depending on the job. But, you know, I don't think I'd be caught dead in a small town, personally. The town I live in literally only has one bus that comes through 4 times a day, twice in one, 2 in one direction, 2 in the other. You don't have a car. Oof. There we go. Yeah, I think we're done here. The town is small, really small, more of a village, really. Better than working overnight, hated those shifts. Weirdness ensues between 11 and 2. Oh god.
Yellow.
Luigi, can you hear me? The gondola isn't working anymore, is it? Fixing it would be way too hard. You're gonna have to cross the old-fashioned way. Yeah, and if you live in a small town like that, you gotta be careful about, saying where you live, because the smaller the town, the easier it would be for someone to find you just from where you live alone. I can say I live in Chicago because there's 3 fucking million people here. So, like, as long as I don't say what part of the city I live in, which I've been very careful not to say, nobody would really be able to easily get me just from my location. I'm buying one of these. Oh, I hit that and you know it. What? I'm out of snowballs. Which means that if I want to get... Oh, here we go. Oh my god, just lock on! Oh my god. The fact that I can't repeat it until I beat it is really frustrating. I have to fucking replay the entire mission to clear that, and if I fail it, I have to quit the mission. And then once I get it, I have to play through the rest of the mission in order to clear it. Which means if I game over at any point after that, I get to do the whole thing over again. Something's going on over at the workshop. I have a friend who was really worried about going to Chicago for a con a couple years ago. As much as she knew it wasn't true, the seeds planted by conservative propaganda over her whole life made her afraid of going there. She did go through and now she's not afraid anymore. Yeah, so like, it's true. Chicago has a high crime rate. There's a lot of shootings. There's a lot of carjackings and whatnot. But it's a city of 3 million people. And the vast majority of those people aren't going to do anything to you. Yeah, it has a high crime rate because it's a huge city, and there's a lot of people here. Like, people who think, oh my god, you're going to the city, you're going to get shot, don't realize how huge Chicago is. Like, I walk to the bus, I take the bus downtown, I go around the bus and trains downtown, I can take the train back home and do whatever. I have never had an issue, and I've been doing this for years. Our car's never been carjacked, our house has never been broken into. That has never happened to many of my neighbors. I had one neighbor when I was a kid whose house got broken into, but he left the door unlocked, so that was kind of his fault. Like, there's a lot that can happen, but in the grand scheme of things, it happens to a very small amount of people. So most people who freak out about crime in the cities are freaking out about something that just doesn't happen to the majority of people. Now, obviously, don't be stupid and be prepared. But if you live in fear, you're never going to go anywhere or get anything done. Poverty rate must be something too. High crime rates usually coincides with high poverty rate for obvious reasons. Yes, a good portion of the city is poor, unfortunately. Have you ever fallen asleep changing and cleaning the fryer oil? Not fun. Oh my god. And the people who freak out about crime in the cities are people who never stepped foot in the city. Exactly. I distinctly remember seeing a post once from someone whose mom had texted them because they were going into the city, like going downtown, and her mom was freaking out about a shooting that had just happened and asked the OP if they were okay, and the OP was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's like, for the most part, like, nobody's gonna be saying that. Like, I remember once downtown, I actually heard on my way home that something had happened and I had no idea. Which is why it's such an effective piece of conservative propaganda. Exactly. Yeah, so that's down. Camera's down. Well, now. I have a bomb attached to me. Alright, I'll just hold on to it. Luigi, I hope you're doing okay down there. Looks like you've reached the maintenance room. Good. Get that generator going to power up the workshop's door and the Pixelator's camera. Oh, I see. Excuse me. There we go. Lots of conservatives live in rural areas, and that's not a coincidence. The less contact you have with people, the more conservative you get. You spend enough time secluded, people start looking like faceless creatures to you. Sure seems like it. Uh-oh.
Oh, hello.
Luigi, the interference is terrible. Are you snowed in? And then you activated the camera outside. I'll get you out of there and pixelate you back later. You want to warm up before facing the possessor anyways. Hold on to your hat.
Ciao.
So many people who express disdain for the mere idea of public transport because you're surrounded by strangers. Honey, that's just what real life is like. Like, I've never heard that one specifically, but my grandma doesn't like me taking public transit because she doesn't think it's safe. And like, the only time I've ever felt threatened on public transit was when this woman was pushing around an empty stroller and was screaming at nobody. That is the only time I've ever felt threatened. That was on the train. I don't know what she was yelling about, but the stroller was empty. And she was yelling to nobody in particular. And it's the only time I've ever felt threatened on public transit. And I've been taking public transit since, by myself, since around 2014. So, about 10 years. And even now, it's just fine. Like, the past few times I've gone out, nothing's happened. The worst that has happened while I've been out is that I just get sore because I'm not used to walking around anymore. Because I went 3 or 4 years without doing that after the lockdown. Welcome back, young feller. I never noticed there's a water cooler behind him that's full of fish. His answer to that has been made clear. Murder. Yeah. I've actually seen some awful comments about people with mental illness before. It's always right-wingers. Good thing you fixed that generator. It'd be in a fix if we couldn't open the door to the workshop. Now that the pixelator over there is active, you won't have to mess with that gondola. Getting close, Luigi. Take some time to relax and thaw out before the big fight. Here, I'll wait. I said it's long enough. Ready yet, whippersnapper? Is it last year that the guy on the metro got murdered for just bothering someone? I have no idea. I didn't find the boo there either. Hold on, is this mine? Wait. This only has 3 chapters. Okay, I guess I'll do the cleanup on stream. Let me get those guides queued up. I'll actually wait on that until I need them. I thought all 5 of the mansions had 5 chapters. This one only has 3. Chilly ride. Bingo! Ho 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 ho! Found the possessor ghost hiding in the workshop. If we've learned anything, it's that where there's possessors, There are Dark Moon pieces. We ran out of ideas. I mean, there is a mansion after this. So sometimes when I play games, I will stop playing based on progression rather than time spent. Especially in the more frustrating games. So like when I played Celeste. Now I don't mean to offend people, but I did not like Celeste. So I only played it a chapter at a time. I played entire chapters in one sitting. And the game was rather frustrating for me. And so I only did the one chapter at a time, even though I could have spent more for to just play for longer when I had the free time. Now, that being said, I do actually want to stream Celeste and give it another shot. Maybe actually use the accessibility features that it has that I couldn't find for some reason. But sometimes I play based on progression instead of time spent. So rather than trying to go for like 3 or 4 hours tonight, I might just do this mansion and then quit. So I'll do this, get the cleanup done, and then just end stream, especially since it looks like possibly 2 of the gems are going to require me to replay missions, so that might actually be enough to fill out time anyways. The mansions were worked on linearly. True. That's actually a good point. I do always forget that. The early ones probably got worked on together, and then the last couple probably got worked on together. But, like, I often forget that the early parts of a game don't usually get made first. For example, in Pokemon, the first Pokemon in the Pokedex is Bulbasaur. The first Pokemon that was designed and developed was Rhyhorn. Hi, Kendra. I'm actually already at the end of this mansion, so I'm probably going to be doing the cleanup on stream rather than off stream. It's like for the previous areas, for example, Clockworks, whoops. I did all this off stream. Got even the bonus mission. Actually thought of the exact same example too. Well, it's the most famous one because you would think Bulbasaur would have been the first one designed. You would think that that Pokedex was designed in order because that has no bearing on the actual... Well, no, it does have some bearing on the gameplay, but they actually started with Rhyhorn for whatever reason. I don't know the order beyond that. I also know that Heracross and I think 1 or 2 other Pokemon for Gen 2 were actually meant for Gen 1. Oh yeah, finished Clockworks? Nice, yeah. Oh, that was yesterday. Well, actually, no, I did the cleanup for that earlier today. Because I got tired of the game last night, so I didn't finish it last night. But we're going to have some extra time, so I'll probably be doing this chapter on stream. I remember something to that effect. Yeah, the only one I remember for sure that was meant for Gen 1 was Heracross. I don't remember what the other one was. I think it was at least 2. And I know one of them was Heracross. In fact, if you check the data for the Gen 1 Pokedex, there's actually gaps in the Pokedex. And in some of the... And I think for one of them, the gap is next to Pinsir, which would make sense because in Gen 2, we learned that Pinsir and Heracross fight for territory. So they're essentially the rivals for that gen. There also is evidence that they were related to each other at one point, that maybe Heracross was supposed to evolve into Pinsir. Luigi, you ready to go get that Dark Moon piece, son? I know you're not exactly the personification of courage, but I'll remind you to be careful anywho. Remember, where there's a Dark Moon piece, there's likely a possessor ghost guarding it. Didn't you say the reverse before? So I start getting my vacuum maxed out because I've been playing too much Thousand Year Door. And, Luigi's Mansion 2, you mean for the Saturday stream? It's up to you. My, thing's already maxed. So, I'm already ready. I wanted to time it to when I was done with Luigi's Mansion 2. But luckily I already maxed out the Poltergust, which is the important thing. But I can't do it next week unless we do it during the weekday. Or during a weekday, because next Saturday is going to be Mario Party Jamboree. And I specifically set that up so Thrice would be able to join us for it. Speaking of, there is always the chance Best Buy will delay my fucking package, which is why I normally won't schedule a game I don't actually have yet, for, you know, obvious reasons. But we're making an exception here because I should have it. Best Buy has been pretty good lately about getting me my packages on time. Also for Skyscraper, yeah, do you think it'll be faster if I max up my vacuum? It probably would be. I don't think you need to though, but it might be a good idea. Speaking of possessors, they only showed up when all this started, so I don't know much about them. But I can say one thing for sure, they're smarter than your average ghost. Also, they're clearly the most powerful ghosts in the valley. So I wonder a mysterious villain chose them to guard the Dark Moon pieces. Anywho, it's high noon, sonny. Let's show them what we're made of. Off you go. Actually, it's 8:56. Rogue. I'm just checking something. High noon, like Overwatch? It's him. It's McCree from Overwatch. Okay, Sean, I'm going to deny that message. Please try to refrain from aggressive jokes like that. That is a face in the floor. Oh, Christ, it's this fight. I remember this. This fight fucking sucks. Holy shit, I remember this fight. Oh my god. Oh, good god, I was on this fight for over an hour when I originally played this. Holy shit, this is gonna suck. Never not call him by his new name. McCree is just iconic. I actually forgot he got his name changed. The Con it's also good to remind everyone that Blizzard let that shit happen. Yep. Like, don't get me wrong, I get why they changed it. It's just that McCree is a better name. There we go. Yeah, I liked some aspects of Overwatch, but I never actually liked playing the game. I disagree with some people, though. I think the character designs are fine. I don't think they're bad or anything. And I think some people tried to harass the voice actors for being a part of the game or something because of the Blizzard bullshit, and that's not really fair to them because they didn't cause that shit. Like, I'm pretty sure I remember people harassing Matt Mercer for voicing McCree. Or whatever the fuck his name is now. Character designs are like the only good thing about Overwatch. pretty much, at least for me. Though, again, I did actually like the cartoons and the comics, even though I didn't really read them much, or watch them much. Okay, there's a delay, but alright. Alright, give me a moment here. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, just wanted to check. I don't think I need to check again. So there's no desync tonight, and my CPU usage is at 7% and dropping. This is they're bad guys who think women don't naturally grow facial hair. No, actually, that describes them perfectly. So, funny story, when Overwatch came out, I'm going to admit something here, so please don't think less of me for admitting this. I did kind of associate with a bad crowd of people. Mostly right-wing memers, or meme lords, without really realizing it at first. But I broke out of that very quickly when I realized that they were actually really, really shitty people. Because as a gamer who was young and stupid, I didn't really realize I was being grifted at the time. And now I know that that's the term, grifting. Because it turned out that all the Gamergate shit that I had been following was being handled by Breitbart and Milo Yiannopoulos. And when I realized that, I was like, huh. I don't think I want to be a part of this anymore. And I've only been getting more left-wing ever since that. But the people around that I associated with around that time thought Overwatch actually had bad character designs, and I was one of the few people in that group that was defending Overwatch because I actually thought the character designs were fine. But yeah, so that's why I'm like a little forgiving of people who, or very forgiving to people who previously had beliefs like that, because I went down that path, but I didn't get very far down it. I could have ended up a lot worse of a person than I currently am. Guessing by bad they meant why women have muscle. It was stuff like that, or that the women had short hair, or that they were. Actually, don't know where I'm going with that. Just remember the short hair, the colored hair, like, you know, blue hair and pronouns thing. That bullshit. Not that the blue hair and pronouns is bullshit, but that people who use that as an example of bullshit or something. I distinctly remember people were criticizing Tracer a lot, and guess who was the gay one? Tracer. No surprise there. Speaking of Overwatch, someone posted a tweet saying that an Overwatch 2 dev admits that the game was unfinished because they worked 1 year on it and spent 3 years on all the PvE stuff. Oof. Okay, we're good. Oh god. Oh, there is a... Okay, so stay out of the center. So one cool thing about this game that I will give him credit for, whenever you beat an enemy that's in a situation like this where it's about to go into a cutscene, it'll wait for you to pick up the items or for the items to disappear before it goes into the cutscene. So it does actually give you time to check to get that stuff. Yeah, I remember this being a lot harder than it actually is. Guys, I think 2013 me may have had a skill issue. I'm not sure. Which wouldn't actually be all that surprising. You'd be surprised what 10 years of gaming can actually do to your skill. We've been... Fuck you, Zeno. Just gains Zarya is a big muscly woman with pink short hair. Of course they'd be mad. Oh, I wonder. It's like, was Tracer ever shown being visibly gay? In the game? No. In one of the comics, she kisses her girlfriend.
Oh.
And that single page of the Christmas comic that was from was not available in Russia at the time, which people were making a big joke over, because it's the sole page of the comic that's not available in Russia.
Yellow.
That was the comic that confirmed she was a lesbian, because she does have a girlfriend. LCHR me WH question mark exclamation point C exclamation point H on exclamation point. Oh, I love when governments make my existence illegal. Yeah, it's so fun. I mean, I mentioned this in one of my college classes that someone in my class, I do not remember what class this was, mentioned wanting to visit other countries. And I was telling her that as a gay person, I actually have to be careful about what countries I visit, because there's a lot of countries that are not safe for gay people. And she had no idea that that was actually a thing gay people had to care about. Like, I can't visit most of Africa. I can't visit Russia. I can't visit basically anywhere in the Middle East. I can't visit most of Asia, actually. Like Singapore, for example. I can't visit that. Can't visit Indonesia. Obviously can't visit North Korea, but I wouldn't go there anyways. And I'm pretty sure there's some countries in South America I can't visit. I don't know any specifics about that. And probably a good portion of Eastern Europe. Like, there's a lot of places where if I go there, I am likely to get arrested or worse. And that's ignoring parts of countries like the US where it's not safe to be gay. Because if you're found out, the people, rather than the government, would do something about it. So basically, I just don't travel. And one could argue, well, then just don't visibly be gay. And my response to them is, I'm going to shove your face up your asshole. I will be however I want to be. And I will do it in the place where I can do it safely. Oh, there's the espresso gone. Alright, now to drink a shitload of water. Well, with your help, we can expand this list, Tories. So the Labor Party isn't really any better because they're actually keeping the trans ban in place, from what I've heard. Unfortunately, the UK is just really fucked right now. Not like the US is really doing any better. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read something about the Labor Party keeping the anti-trans bullshit that the Tories had started. Remember when the football World Cup happened in Qatar and the guidelines included a ban on homosexual behavior? Actually, I do remember that. I had forgotten about it until you mentioned it. Yeah, Libya has been terrible. Unfortunate. Because, like, a lot of people had high hopes for them and they completely bungled it, from what I know. You're probably wondering, though, but you're American. Why would you care about British politics? I have a few friends in England. One of my closest online friends is non-binary and lives in England. Lives in the UK. I don't know which part. And another one of my friends is gay, and well, he actually came out as bi recently, and he lives in Scotland, which is part of the UK, and thus is governed by the UK's bullshit. Labour became another liberal party. Yep. Criminy, where in tarnation were you, Luigi? I could barely follow you. I was worried you were too deep into the mountain for the Pixelator to bring you back. So did you capture the Possessor? What about the Dark Moon piece?
I do it.
I do it. Woohoo! Great job, Luigi. Let's send the Possessor Ghost down to the vault. 60. Alright, hand over that Dark Moon piece and we'll clean it up. That's the final area, the treacherous mansion. I reckon some more fog is lifted. Let's take a look. Yeah, so the secret mine is what I skipped last time on accident. That place. Better take a reading with the periscope. Uh-oh. This massive mansion is filled with exotic exhibits created by its late globe-trotting owner. Oh, and it also contains the strongest paranormal signals ever recorded. Oh boy. Let me see here. True, not safe for work piece when the queen died as celebration. Oh my god. Yeah, I was making a lot of jokes when the queen died. I am no fan of the monarchy. The last mansion is the British Museum. Give me a moment here. Let's see. We got how many days ago again? I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 13. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Okay. Alright. Gems. Secret mine. Luigi's mentioned 2 boos. Boo locations. Okay. Yeah, every single mansion has 5 missions except for Secret Mine, which only has 3. That's so weird. Alright, let's see here. Gems, gems, gems. These are sapphires. So, number 2. 1. Pots. 6. The 2 chalet approach. Oh, oops, I didn't mean to say that. 10, that would be the deep hall. D2 deep hall. 11, that would be the crossroads. D2 Crossroads. Sapphire 12, which I already got. 13. D2 Isles. Okay. We're only missing 2 boos. I don't need... Why did I close that tab? What the fuck is wrong with me? Boos are missing. Give me a moment here. D2. 2 is in the chalet. D3 is in the deep hall. Okay. I don't need that open. So we don't have to replay D... Oh, we do have to replay D3 for the, boo, but most of these gems we can get in D2. Okay. Wait a minute. Something's not right here. Wait a minute, that's not the... That's not right. Oh, god damn it, IGN. So IGN has Sapphire 13 listed as being in Mission D2, but that's very clearly Mission D3. Because you don't have access to what they're showing in the screenshot until Mission 3. Alright. So let's see. I need to get back to 2. And yes, I am using the guide, I don't care. Yeah. It was so frustrating that shortly after her death when a bunch of people were clutching their pearls at anything negative said about her or any positive reactions to the news. You're just not allowed to rejoice at the news that the world's biggest landlord has died. Do I need to be in D1 for any of these? Yes. Yeah, it reminds me of something I heard on the anniversary of Margaret Thatcher's death. That a Scottish woman, a British reporter, made the mistake of asking a Scottish woman how she felt about Thatcher's death. And the woman said that she has half a mind to put a stake through her heart and garlic around her neck to make sure she wouldn't get back up again. I think about that a lot. Yeah, never ask an Irishman or a Scotsman, or never ask an Irish person or a Scottish person in general what they think of the British. You will not like the answer you get.
Oh, yellow.
Oh, Lily died this year. Her nephew shared the news on Twitter. Oh, that sucks. She was a fucking legend. So it explains that she was all around really cool. May she rest in peace. Yeah. So I really shouldn't be relying on an IGN guide, but they are kind of handy for Nintendo games. They tend to be better, for the most part, for Nintendo games. But every now and then, they just get, like, fucking details wrong. Like, the last gem is in the third mission. So that's the only time you have access to the gondola. But they say it's in the second mission when you're not even going to the gondola for that mission. You can't even access it, and I know that because I tried to. Actually, wait a minute. I'm gonna move this to my other monitor so I can more easily read chat at the same time. There we go. There we go. Alright, that is that one down. So we're done here. We'll move on to the next mission as soon as I finish this. Her name was Kathy Rutherford, born in Glasgow. She was a trade unionist and stayed politically active her whole life. I remember when the Queen died, there was a football game or some kind of sports event happening at I think it was a Scottish stadium. And they started singing Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead when the Queen died. When the news broke, at least.
Oh, hello. Ciao.
This is in a box, and the box closes in a box. It was an Irish one, okay. I thought it was a Scottish stadium. Kathy died back in July. Ah, I see.
Come on.
You know, we've had a few games where Luigi actually has written dialogue. I wonder if we'll ever get a game where Mario has written dialogue. Because Mario rarely ever speaks full sentences in, like, story moments in games. But I'm wondering if we're ever going to get a game where that happens. The closest would be Super Mario Sunshine, where in the Japanese version, when, well, hold on. Let me finish here. In the Japanese version of Super Mario Sunshine, when the Toads are inspecting the quote-unquote icky paint-like goop at the Delfino airstrip, Toadsworth and Mario are talking, while Peach is seeing the Shadow Mario silhouette off in the distance. And in the English version, Toad and Mario are silent, but in the Japanese version, Toadsworth mentions something about, I think, Mario's line of work, and Mario says something to the effect of, I guess I'll have to get a new job.
Come on.
And that's the only time we've had voice dialogue from Mario in a cutscene. I guess I was staying too close to that. So don't let Mario speak because he wants to quit. Okay, so funnily enough, this actually isn't tied to any of the gems, so I can actually ignore that. That was one of the things I wasn't able to do. Alright, I need the key. Which I think is over this way. Is there Plumber's Union? There's a lot of, like, funny or weird moments in in the Mario series. Like, for example, Mario Maker 2 confirms that Toadette is anti-union. Because she complains about the union. Which implies that there's a need for unions in the Mushroom Kingdom. But also implies that she is anti-union, which I think is a really funny thing to confirm. I don't have any proof that Nintendo itself is anti-union. They don't have any unions, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are anti-union. Someone did tell me that and did not provide a source. But I do know that Nintendo of America's president has said that he is pro-union. And they do have signs up in the offices that employees are legally allowed to form a union if they decide to. Now, it remains to be seen if that actually states true. But I have no proof that they are anti-union. Doug Bowser? Yes, it was Doug Bowser. It wasn't Reggie. Because Doug Bowser has outright said that he is pro-union. He could have been lying. Like, he easily could have. What I'm saying is that I have not seen any proof that Nintendo as a whole are anti-union.
Yellow. Ciao. Oh, yes. Oh, oh. I did it. What? Oh, oh.
So, okay, I had a train of thought there and I lost it as I was going on about the union stuff. I think the Toadette joke was just a joke in poor taste. I don't think it actually reflects Nintendo's beliefs regarding that. Solely because I don't actually have any proof that they are anti-union. Since I can't prove it, I don't want to say they are just because of the joke. And if anything, it would be... the joke is that Toadette is anti-union. You could argue that. It's a weird joke to make regardless. But I think it's funny to have to think that there is a Mario character who is anti-union, and it's not Bowser. Alright, now we're at D2. I'm surprised anyone in Nintendo was anti-union. It wouldn't surprise me, but I have no proof that they are. So, until I have actual confirmation, I'm not going to call them anti-union. Because Sega has a union. And keep in mind, between the two of them, Sega has laid off people, but Nintendo hasn't. So, just something to keep in mind with that. Let's see, what is this? This is... Gem number 6. Alright. So we start out in the chalet. But we actually want to go out. Well, the funny thing, Sean, is that Nintendo historically has treated their employees very well. Like, they have an extremely low turnover rate, which means they are not firing people. Like, they're not always constantly firing and hiring people. They actually retain most of their employees for a very long time. Is that a turkey? Like, there are employees at Nintendo who have been there for 30 or even 40 years. You don't see that in a lot of other companies these days because people just get fired left and right or laid off all the time. And famously, when Nintendo was not doing too well during the Wii U era, under Iwata actually outright said that if the employees at Nintendo were scared that they would get laid off, they wouldn't be able to make good games. So he would rather take a cut to his own payment than take out anything on the employees and lay people off. Because I haven't expressed enough negative thoughts for Nintendo to ever step in. Yeah, as far as I know, the employees at Nintendo are pretty happy. Now, the contractors at Nintendo may be a different story. However, with all the stories... Ew. With all the stories that have come out about contractors, or the accusations, it was never actually made clear if it was the contracting firms themselves or Nintendo that was the problem there. And nothing ever came of the investigations, at least publicly. So we'll probably never know unless it's ever made public, and it was never made public. Actually, the funny thing is, Sean, Doug Bowser outright said that this, while being pro-union, he actually believes the reason why they don't have a union is because the employees are already taken care of. So there would be no need for it. Because usually, to my knowledge, the reason why companies have unions is because the employees are not being taken care of, and that gives them a way of forcing the company to treat the employees better. But if the employees are already taken care of, then the union wouldn't really be doing anything that they're not already getting. Now keep in mind, I'm speaking to someone who has never actually held a job, so like... This was here the whole time? I didn't even see it. Ooh, a shortcut. Right. I don't need that, though. Unions are for demanding better treatment, so if there's no need for a union, that means the treatment is already adequate. Yeah. Alright, let me see here. Alright, I can scroll way down this list. We got the boo, so supposedly... Another hot rock. Hot rock? IGN, it's a fucking piece of coal. What do you mean hot rock? Alright, Deep Hall. Where is Deep Hall? Deep Hall. It's probably... Oh, shit. Drift Hall. I'm looking for a hall. Skip slope. No. Alright, there we go. Shaft, Coward's Chasm, Deep Hall. Over there, okay. Cock Rock, Kidney Stone. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, this cursor is so slow. Alright. One of my friends had a really nasty kidney stone that I think she needed surgery or something to get rid of. I have never had a kidney stone, thankfully. And I hope to keep it that way. Well, cold's a rock, so I guess hot rock isn't technically wrong. No. Okay, good. Oh, I thought I just soft locked the game. Holy shit, that could have been really bad. Yeah. Hot rock would be lava. Wouldn't that be more? Wouldn't that be closer to molten rock? Which I guess would be a hot rock. Oh, it's already here. Tato and its rock. Technically, Xenoshan has a point. Rocks have to be solid to be called a rock. A liquid isn't solid. I think you're thinking of flint.
Oh yeah.
SMH, did you not play Minecraft? That said something else. IGN. IGN. I got a question for... Oh my god, 3 of these gems have the wrong mission listed. Holy shit, IGN, what the fuck is wrong with you? Who wrote this fucking article? So... Why am I using IGN exactly? I guess it was the first result. So, 3 of these gems have the wrong mission listed. It's the last 3. They're all supposed to be in mission 3 and they list mission 2. Because typically, the gems are in the order you can get them. They're usually pretty good about that. So, if the rooms that they show on the guide have you backtrack for any reason, in the same mission, you know something's wrong, because the way the game is set up, if you know where all the gems are, you can get them in order by doing the missions in order. If you have to backtrack to a room, it's probably not the same mission. unless the mission requires you to backtrack. This mission does not require you to backtrack, and the next gem after this is at an earlier room, which means either the guide is poorly written, or it's not the right mission. I bet the game wiki has a better guide, probably. So it's kind of okay for this, because for the secret mine, because it's so short. But for the treacherous mansion, I'm probably gonna look for a better one. A rock, a volcanic rock, probably. They tend to retain heat really nicely. Where's the hot rock? Oh, we don't have the hot rock yet. My god, the gem was right there the whole time. See, I was thinking of Flint. But Flint doesn't necessarily get warm, it's just... it's hot. Well, it can start fires, rather. You hit Flint with, in Minecraft... it's Flint and, I think, something else, and you smack it together. It's like it makes like a clicking sound, and it just starts fires. Burn things. I almost mentioned RuneScape, but that is actually a tinderbox that you use. You don't use Flint. I don't even think Flint is in RuneScape. Speaking of, I am tempted to start playing RuneScape again. I have a couple quests I need to do to finish up the free-to-play stuff, and then I can move on to membership once I get that. Flint usually with steel. The steel causes the flint to spark when struck. Gotcha. Okay. Or something like that. We have to finish the mission, but it's over right about... it's gonna be over in a moment, rather. We're actually making decent time. I am gonna need the bathroom after this, though. So we might be a few minutes late when ending. Thankfully, the third mission is relatively short. Oh, we gotta do the fucking crystal ghost fights, yeah. Fucking hate my pewter. I love when people call a computer a pewter. All my blue screens are inside it. So, funny thing, Linux doesn't really have, or at least Pop OS, what I use, doesn't have an equivalent to blue screen, so when my laptop crashes, I just get a bunch of scary errors. Because it just shows the terminal. What happens if I interact with this one first? Unix's kernel panic. Yeah, I really need to use the bathroom. Also, the fucking, espresso worked. I haven't yawned, since I got it. Unfortunately, I'm now wide awake, so that probably was a mistake. So it was the same function. Okay. So my laptop has only crashed once. I have been very lucky with this thing. It's only crashed the one time, and I've had it since 2019. Granted, it's kind of a misnomer to say I've had it since 2019, because I got it on Christmas 2019. So I only actually had it in 2019 for like a week at the most. But I have had almost no issues with this. Most of it is just Linux quirks. Okay, I am going to put my be right back thing up, and I will be right back. Because I need the bathroom. So I will be back in a moment or two. Okay. You ever just sit down for a while, realize you need to go to the bathroom, and then you stand up, and suddenly the urge to go is even worse? It's kind of what happened. Everything's fine until you stand up. Oh. Also, something I was trying to bring up with the whole IGN shitty guide thing. The funny thing about IGN guides is when I streamed Tunic during my first year of streaming. Why do I keep trying to save that? I don't want to save that. Zeno was helping me out when I got stuck here and there by looking up a guide, and the guide happened to be the IGN guide. He noticed something very strange. For all the early parts of the game, the screenshots showed the person with max health potions. The guy who wrote the IGN guide cheated. Which means the person who wrote the guide fundamentally had a different experience than the player would. So, okay, this is a glitch I've noticed this game has, this version of the game. It's not supposed to do that. I have noticed this game has a fair amount of glitches that were definitely not present in the original release. Alright, so here, this is going to be the annoying one. And I just watched a video. Watched a video of someone making smartphone-shaped cookie. Oh, whoops. Watching a video of someone making smartphone-shaped cookies and getting stopped by the cops just to take a big bite out of one in front of them. What the fuck were the cops going after them for? I pulled him over because he was talking on his phone. Ah. Where is that? It's crossroads, which is... here. Okay. Oh, I see. So he was, talking on the cookie phone. Or something. Ah, the boo. Boo's in the deep hole. Alright, well, we got that. So the guy just gets to take a big bite out of it and drives off into the night. Oh my god. That's incredible. Where is deep hole? It's not telling me it's all the way down there. It's all the way down there. Hold up, we need to go down there anyways. Let me initiate the next part. Perhaps time isn't precious, waste as much of it as you like. True. Now, personally, I wouldn't do that here because CPD is really not something you want to fuck, or not a group you want to fuck with. That doesn't mean I like them. But I don't like the cops any more than other people do. You know, ACAB and all that. So the poverty rate is high. So yeah, I bet Chicago cops are vicious.
Huh.
So I've never personally interacted with any cops here.
Oh.
Okay, no, I've interacted with one.
Ciao.
My lawn, or the yards outside my house. Actually, no, it wasn't even my yard. It was my neighbor's yard. It gets this kind. I think it's a weed called blue squirrels, which are these little, really small flowers that are either blue or purple, depending on how you, depending on your how you see them. And a cop who happened to be walking by, I don't know what she was doing, saw me when I was taking the trash out. And was asking me about the blue squirrels because she had never seen them before. And she was pleasant, I guess. But, you know, I didn't want to be rude, because I don't like confrontation. But she didn't really do anything wrong at the time. She was just asking a question, and I answered the question. Unfortunately, one of my neighbors is a cop, or is a former cop. He seems nice enough, I guess. But, you know. Former cop, still a cop in my eyes. There he is. Motherfucker. Got him. There's only one type of cop that's good, and if they have a badge, they're not that type. Fair. You know, so, okay, so I'm gonna do something that I really shouldn't do, but, this conversation is reminding me, there was a user who came in, last year, when I was streaming, Steam demos. I was streaming Little Kitty Big City, and we had a user come in who later turned out to be a child, who was asking me a bunch of random questions that had nothing to do with anything going on. And one of them was, what was the best joke you ever told a cop? And he was incredulous when I told him I don't talk to cops. So he didn't learn yet. Normally I wouldn't talk about band members, but like, it's relevant to the conversation. It's also just a really weird thing to ask out of the blue. But minors are not supposed to be in this stream, so shouldn't have been here. Luigi. Luigi. There we go. You know, someone's privileged when they consider, telling jokes to a cop a regular activity. So, to be clear for a moment, I didn't know that the person was a minor until Kohai happened to ban them. They were like 15 or something. So it's not necessarily privilege, they were just really young. Could have been privileged though. I say they, but I know he was a he. It's just something I think about every now and then, because, like, you don't have to stay here for very long to know my opinion on cops. Because anytime there's a cop in a game, I say ACAB. You weren't here for it, but when I was playing Parasite Eve, I was complaining that I had to play as a cop. We actually had an interesting discussion during that about the difference between how America and Japan views cops. I didn't know I could do that. I was blowing on it from the right side, and it was going in the opposite direction that I was blowing in. And parabola. A symmetrical open plane curve formed by the intersection of a cone with a plane parallel to its side. I mean, boo. Okay. Okay, game. Cops in Japan use 1920s style revolvers because they're easier to maintain. You know, the ones I actually don't know what a snub-nosed revolver is, funnily enough. Hey, Barlow. I don't know anything about guns. I don't know anything. I wouldn't even be able to tell them apart. I don't like guns. I will use guns in games, like, with no complaints. They just have really short barrels. I've probably seen them in the Yakuza series. No, wait a minute, I have, because I think I remember Date and Arakawa, I think his name was. No, whoever the guy was in Kiwami 2, the one who was working with Date for most of the game. Both of them have revolvers like that. I remember that now. And something, getting another commission. You should get another commission. You're already waiting on 3. You should get more. I'm actually oh shit, close to getting art myself. Just waiting a little bit because I want to wait until after November because I'm gonna be meeting up with a couple people. I want to make sure I can have money to spend on them. But I am going to get a proper ref sheet, finally, and then I am going to get art of me and a friend. Well, those revolvers are easier to maintain than cartridge pistols. Makes sense, revolvers don't usually have many spots you can't easily reach when cleaning. Yeah, I don't have much art, because I spend most of my money on games. Can't skip this, I guess. I do want to get more art. It would be good to have art as a streamer. And it would be very important for me to have a rough sheet, because it makes it easier for artists. I don't want to confirm the art, the artist I'm going to commission for the art of me and a friend for reasons I don't want to get into, but for the ref sheet, it's going to be done by Spoony Cat, who is a really cool horror streamer. And I've been wanting to commission them for a while. Alright. So I need to lock in here. Something that makes revolvers weirdly endearing. What you see is what you get. Really need to post my commission info. Need to get in touch with Puffin when she got some more time so she can update her your rough sheet. Yeah, I was gonna commission him for her for some more emotes at some point. And maybe another sticker or two. PC still booting up. Oof. I don't miss having a slow PC. My current PC is pretty fast. Okay, so I have to lock in here. So I'm gonna be quiet while I do this. And I will not be reading chat. Because this is necessary to get the gems. Okay. Motherfucker. Luigi, that's not even the direction you were looking. Oh my god, hurry up. Got him. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Oh my god! I hate this game so much. I hate everything. So guess what? I get to do the entire fucking mission again. Oh my god, this game is so stupid sometimes. I literally have to sit here and go through the entire mission again, beating all 3 of those ghosts because I can't replay that one room. So we get to sit here for an extra maybe 20 minutes while I do this. I might just save it for off stream and do it tomorrow. In fact, I think I will. Because who knows how long this is going to take. And every time I fail it, I have to restart the mission. It's so stupid. Because if I quit, it counts as a failed mission, which means I also have to do this puzzle again. This game. See, the cool thing about Luigi's Mansion 3 is it's one continuous explorable, mansion. So, like, you don't have that problem. Though it's not really a mansion, it's actually a hotel. You should get a new hard drive. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Also, I apologize for getting a little heated there. I usually try to avoid that on stream. It's just tedious. I don't know what it is about this game, but they decided to make a good portion of it just tedious because you can't just quit the mission and get all the stuff you collected. You have to complete the mission. And for those little side rooms, if you fail them, you have to start them completely from scratch by restarting the mission. You can't just immediately replay them. And this mission isn't exactly all that short, because you have one really long ghost fight, one moderately long ghost fight, why did I say it like that, and then a pretty fair amount of trekking to get between them. But I at least got the boo.
Oh. Yellow. Shout. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I did it.
So I'm only missing one gem here. So I'll probably do this tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to test to see if I can get the desync to happen in OBS. I'm not entirely confident that it's going to happen though, because it didn't happen tonight or yesterday. And I can't exactly confirm if it's the capture card or not if it doesn't happen. Yeah, you might want to get a solid state drive, because those are less, those can still fail, but they're less prone to it. My current laptop has a solid state drive. In fact, we actually did have a hard drive fail at one point, but it wasn't from any of our computers, it was from the PS4. The replacement hard drive we got failed, and we had to put the old one back in. So I'm very thankful we held on to it. Yeah, we got that at least. Yeah, it's another 3 boos. It's so funny. All right. Okay. Thank you all for tuning in. I apologize for getting a little heated there. This game is the bane of my existence at the moment. To be fair, I can't imagine I'm the only one who feels this way about this game. This game has a bit of a reputation. Now, I will say, we will be doing the multiplayer on Saturday. The multiplayer is pretty solid. And I actually am looking forward to playing that again, because I didn't play it for very long back in the day. Okay, good night, Sean. But, I will not be back tomorrow or Friday. I'll be, taking my days off. I mean, those are my days off. Saturday, we'll be back with more Luigi's Mansion 2, but we're doing Scarescraper. It'll be me, Simkey, and we'll have Kendra the Hylian as a guest. And then Sunday will be more Delca with Lilybat as a guest. And tomorrow I have a lot of computer work I'm going to be doing. I gotta do the test for the fucking desync, but who knows if it'll actually happen. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to install that Vesktop thing that Sean posted about before. So that way I have a better experience streaming to Discord. Again, thank you for the Luigi, Sean. Big gaming hours. True. So let's see, who are we gonna raid? Who are we raiding? Oh, excuse me. Oh, Vesktop works. I hope so too. I'll have to do some digging and find where the fucking .deb file is. Oh my goodness! We can actually raid Arctic Deathwater. I don't think I've ever raided him, or maybe I have and I forgot. I don't get to raid him often. He's a good bean. Wonderful person. Great content creator. He's friends with a lot of people I know. Alright, so... you want to hang out after stream? I have a Discord. You want to keep up with my bullshit and other updates? I have a Twitter and a Blue Sky. If you ever miss a stream, I have a VOD channel on YouTube. And if you want to get me something nice, I have a throne. Our raid message, I should probably make a command for that, is Dapper Dragon Raid. So you can copy that raid message. You can use whatever emotes you want, as long as you copy the message. That's all I care about. I will see you all Saturday. You all have a good evening and good night. I don't think I've ever raided Arctic. Invalid username. Oh. There we go. Alright. See you guys on Saturday. Bye.